Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, he's already seen that technique before. Hey guys, it's Daniel here with another video where I watch anime in Japanese with Japanese subtitles to see how much I can understand. And this week's episode is going to be Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 7, Juzoku Reijo Rachikan Jiken. It's a mouthful for sure, and it means something along the lines of the kidnapping of the Beast Daughters. Now, last week's episode was a nice slow-paced episode. If you list all the things that happened, doesn't seem like that much, right? Basically, Rudy and Fitz kind of get close to each other, and then Zenobal realizes that he can't make dolls whatsoever, so they have to go get a slave, so they get Julie, and that's the end of the episode. But a lot of heartfelt moments between Rudy and Fitz, and then Rudy and Julie, and the whole group there within. So overall, despite the topic of slavery coming in, and despite the fact that Julie was in terrible shape, and they had to go to slave market, despite all that, it was a pretty feel-good episode in the end, in my opinion. Now, going into this episode, we're going to be seeing the kidnapping part, which is one of the most cringe parts of the entire light novel series, in my opinion. When I was listening to it on audiobooks, I was like, why are you doing this? This is a crime, please stop. So I am definitely going to be cringing throughout this episode and reliving it, unfortunately. One of the things I'm curious about as we get into the stories of Linny and Persena is the fact that we haven't really had any backstory on them. At this time in the audiobooks, or the books in general, I suppose, at the end of book 7, which is the whole adventure arc with, Zoldad and Sara and, Stepdorida and Counter Arrow, all that kind of stuff. At the end of that, there was an extra chapter, a special chapter, which was 47 minutes long. There's this whole explanation of how Ariel became the school president, however you want to call it. And even though it takes 7 years to graduate, and she's only like a second or third year, she basically found a way to speedrun the situation. She already had a high standing within the school, but she was trying to challenge, I believe, the current vice president, who is obviously an upperclassman, I think. And the only way to do that was to kind of show that she was worthy of it. And at the same time, Persena and Linnea were messing around with her. All their underlings were kind of like spitting at her and like stealing her panties and all this kind of stuff. It's kind of killing 2 or 3 birds with one stone, basically. You're getting rid of the problem that is Linnea and Persena messing with you. You're also freeing the school from their bullying. And you're also elevating your own status so that you can become the school president. Now, the way they do this is kind of underhanded, and I'm still holding out hope that they're going to show this in the show as a flashback. It would have to be a flashback, obviously, at this point, because we've already passed those points in the book. But yeah, it's a really important thing that they haven't really established yet. Up until now, all the anime viewers have really only seen one scene of them. They don't know anything about Linny and Persena. They don't really know that they're kind of bullies, other than the little remark that they mentioned regarding Zanoba. So even though this is super cringe on Rudy's part, in the back of your mind, you're like, well, Linny and Persena are kind of assholes anyway. So it kind of does make you feel that bad. But if you're an anime-only viewer and you're seeing this for the first time and there's no background of Linny and Persena being complete assholes, then I don't know what the anime viewers are going to think. Anyway, like I said, I hope they show this in some sort of flashback, because it is an important part in showing the dynamics between all the students, all the special students in particular. And if they don't, it'll be quite the disappointment. Alright, not much else to say. Let's get into this cringe fest. Another new morning. Now we have a slave. Oh, they're showing Sylphie's perspective now. Okay. Oh, they're kind of mirroring. Yeah, this is cool. Actually, I like this. I like this. Okay. I like how sometimes book readers will be like, they left out this, they left out that. And then, oh, it's in the next episode. Yeah, she was definitely the one running in the previous episode. I like how this mirrors Rudy's start from the previous episode. Okay, they didn't neglect Sylphie's chapters from the books. Oh, she finds a shortcut, that's right. Rudy in the background. Has to teach her everything. The fire. The first thing he taught her. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, she found the shortcut earlier. Yeah, they're really including almost everything from the books. Alright, that's right, yeah. That's right. He learns everything from his dates. I love how he uses that as an excuse. He's like, oh, well, I'm Notos, so it's like, you know, just can't be helped. God, this fly won't go away. Yeah. Here it comes. I don't really want to say anything because it might be spoilers, but we're setting up for something in the future. Oh.
なんか最近ルディのことばっかり考えてるな。僕、ルディとどうなりたいんだろう。
仕方ないんじゃない? Hmm? Oh, she's getting horny.
どうしよう。
Oh, it's okay, Sophie. Oh, that's a shot from my background. Or I should say the trailer. Yeah, this is what I've been missing when I listen to the audiobooks. Seeing her progress. She's doing it. She's doing it. Oh. It's so Japanese doing the floor cleaning like that. Yeah. They don't treat her like a slave for sure. Oh god.
師匠の人形造形の素晴らしさについて一番弟子であるこのザノバが語ってしんぜよ。
Oh yeah, she calls him master and she calls Rudy grandmaster.
この人形造形の最大の特徴は何と言ってもこの佇まい。
Julie's Aizuchi. Julie's Aizuchi is so cute.
それはシーロン王国において嘘だな。
Oh god.
実はあるにはあるのですが。
あるんですか？久しぶりに見たいので出してもらっていいですか？
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, here it comes. Just sweating bullets.
おい、なんだこれは。おい、どうなってんだこりゃ。
The dumb thing in the books is it takes him forever to realize that he can just make it again. Like, I know it takes a long time, but for some reason it never occurs to him that he can just make it again. What is that? I can see why Julie is scared of him now.
決闘した時に
決闘だ。
はい。1年生の時リニアとプルセナに挑まれまして。
あのドルディア族の娘たちか。
決闘の際にお互いの大切なものをかけたのです。それでよは。
Wait, he gambled it? I don't think that was the case, was it?
彼女らに思い知らせてやりましょう。
Yeah, they definitely skipped the part where they actually broke it out of just being bullies rather than just gambling it. But yeah, Rudy going so crazy over this is like kind of weird. They really should have known that he beat Fitz earlier. That's gonna piss Rudy off. They're really good in the team because one of them uses that that beast technique where he kind of paralyzes him.
従属はそんな下手くそな人間語しか喋れないのか?
It's on. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, he's already seen that technique before. The facepalm. Oof. Mini stone cannon. Oh god, stop commenting on the panties, Jesus.
キャラかよあいつ。
Persona is kind of more cute than I kind of imagined in the audiobooks. Oh god, it's so bad.
さすが師匠です。世の出番はありませんでしたな。
Julie's like, what am I doing?
自分でも驚いています。
割とあっけなかったな。もしかしてパウロとかエリスって相当強いのか。
Yeah, yeah. He's finally realizing it's like everyone he's been around to this point has been so strong that
おはようございます。
when you compare someone else, it's like not even the same thing.
さて、何から話しましょうか。
Oh, he's trying to fix his
この
ED.
状況ならもしかしてあれが治るかもしれない。
His hand getting ready. Oh my god.
いい感触だ。だが興奮は薄い。帰ってくるはずの息子の歓喜の産声は聞こえてこない。
This is so illegal.
やはりダメか。
I should say so immoral. It might not be illegal here.
師匠、そのような方向で罰を与えるのですか？
いえ、ちょっとした実験です。
神？
そうです。僕は彼女に助けられたことで世界を知ることができました。
It's like the only person he's ever shown the panties.
その人形は我が神の御姿です。あなた方はそれをバラバラに壊したのです。
You're so weird. Julie's crying. Yeah, they just sell each other out at the first opportunity. Shut up. Why is it not? So shut up? Shut up?
とはいえ、僕の宗派はまだできたばかりで、
Wouldn't it be shut
こ
up?
うした場合の罰についてはまだ決まっていません。
あちらに変なことしたら父ちゃんとじいちゃんが黙ってないや。
あなた方もそうしましょうか。
なんでもやるからそれだけはやめて。
It's like the worst punishment ever for them.
なってもいいの。だから私だけは助けるの。そうにゃ、あっちはどうなってもいい。
許してほしいんだったらこの人形くっつけて元通りにしてくれよ。ロッキーシー、ロッキーシー、
ロッキーシー、ロッキーシー、ロッキーシー。
Oh my god. That was not in the books. The Roxy chant.
いや、別に修復できんわけではないぞ。パーツも揃ってるし。
Yeah, now he realizes it's like, oh wait, I could just fix it.
直せるんだよな。
Like, how is it taking this long to realize that?
どうしたものか。
ザノバ君と一緒に女の子を監禁してるってこと？
いかん。少し誤解させてしまったようだ。
部屋には
Why did he think it was like, why did he think Fitz would just be like, oh, you did? Okay,
せ
great.
いぜい胸を揉んだ程度です。
胸は触ったんだ。
ええ、少し
I don't understand why Rudy thinks it's okay to do the thing and then say it afterward to someone
じ
else.
ゃなくて触ったの？
何かありませんか？
難しい質問だね。
Yeah, Fitz comes up with something good though.
よし。僕にいい考えがある。
Yeah, they left him there too long. They're like in their own pee and poo.
乱暴にするといいにゃ。でも部屋で飼うのでもせめて手枷を外してほしい。
Seriously, how do you forget that you left them there? Like literally torture.
お肉が食べたいの。
Yeah, Persena's much more cute in this version than in the audiobooks.
ルーデウス君。
I guess it's the good voice acting work. Oh god, stop. It's like, no signs of life.
でもたまにリニアのおっぱいを触るぐらいは許してあげるの。
Persena's
そうにゃ。
so mean sometimes.
ってなんであっち？
なんだその言い方は。
ちょっと反省が足りないね。フィッツ、お前は関係ないんやろ。そうなの。ヌーニなの。
Yeah, Noonie just means fuck.
二人ともそこにお座り。フィッツ先輩、あれやっちゃってください。
いい考えというやつだ。
フィッツ、お前覚えておくにゃ。ヌーニなの。もしルーデウス君に逆らったら、僕が魔術を発動させて、その入れ墨を一生残すからね。
And that's a
キ
lie.
ッズ先輩もえぐいね。
明日は一日その顔で過ごすこと。そしたら消してあげるよ。ギレーヌ？ドルディア族のギレーヌかにゃ。剣王ギレーヌ。
Yeah, the crazy thing, he's better at fighting without magic than they are. Like, that's how good he is. He just thought he was crap because he's been fighting Eris and Paolo and, you know, Ghislaine and Ryuji all this time.
あれはただの魔法陣用の安い塗料だよ。魔力流せば消えるやつ。
Got him.
ねえ、ずっと気になってたんだけど、あれは何？
ああ、我が宗派のご神体が入っています。ええ、
ちょっとどんなのか見てもいい？
当てないでください。
ごめん。
さすがにフィッツ先輩には刺激が
Yeah, he just went crazy for a moment and showed everyone. But he doesn't really want to show anyone normally. Oh yeah, this is the first time that Fitz has been in his room.
ちょっと寝転んでみてもいい？
どうぞ。
And they lie in the same bed.
いい枕だね。
Oh, this is like a... He made the pillow like a Japanese pillow. I'll explain it later, but it's like a Japanese pillow that he basically put a bunch of rocks in it.
見たい？
何を？
僕の素顔。
Oh, you want to see it? You want to see it?
見たい。
You want to see it?
Yeah,
gotta set it up. Gotta
そう
set it up.
そうですか。無理に見ようとは思いません。
I wonder if that's gonna be next episode. The setup.
じゃあそろそろアリエル様のところに行かないと。
もしあのままフィッツ先輩の顔を見てしまったらどうなっていたのだろうか。
Maybe it would have gotten hard.
なんだか取り返しのつかないことになっていた気がする。
Why? Oh, end of the episode. Okay, that went a lot smoother than I thought it would. 絶望の婚約者? Okay, so yeah, that wasn't nearly as cringe as I thought it was going to be. I think maybe part of it was because I already knew it was going to happen. The anime did a good job kind of making it lighthearted with the animation and the way they were talking, even though what was happening was really, really bad. So yeah, good job on the animator's part, good job on the voice actor's parts. One thing though is that the thing I mentioned in the intro, it seems less and less likely that they're going to show that part, which is a little bit unfortunate. I don't know how they're going to slip in that flashback at this point, because it's not completely essential to have in, but at the same time, it is a nice extra amount of information to have. I suppose not all hope is lost, right? Because we haven't really gone over Ariel, we haven't really spent any time with her, so maybe if we spend time with Ariel in the future, they'll have like a flashback to that incident where she kind of goes with the steps. It might be one of those things where we get to the end of this school arc and we have a flashback to Ariel climbing the social ladder within the school. I guess the more I talk about it out loud, I guess there's a possibility that we might see that flashback in the future, so I guess I'll hold off on any sort of mention of that until we really get to the end of the season. One thing that was really cool was how they dealt with the Silty monologues, just kind of doing it as a separate episode and kind of mirroring the way that Rudy was starting his day. And like I mentioned before, this happens a lot where book readers will be like, oh, they didn't include it, what are they doing, oh my god, and then, you know, 1 or 2 episodes later they totally include it and it's like, oh, okay, should have trusted them. So yeah, mostly no complaints in this episode, especially because I had pretty low expectations going in. I thought it was going to be a total cringe fest, but actually a pretty lighthearted episode, all things considered. In other words, considering the plot lines that they had to cover in this episode. Up until now, the episodes have been either the same name as chapters in the books, or they've come up with their own name. For the next episode, it looks very similar to one of the chapters in the books, which is called Zeppeki no Konyakusha, but for some reason they changed it to Zetsubo no Konyakusha, which I don't really know what Zeppeki means. When I looked it up, it means precipice, like the precipice of the engaged or something, whereas Zetsubo no Konyakusha makes a lot more sense to me. It's more like the engaged in despair or something like that. One thing I do know is that in the books for Zeppeki no Konyakusha is that Body Gari finally shows up, and that'll be an interesting introduction for sure, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. So in the last video, the video for episode 6, I went over the fact that you can just mix and match kanji and make up totally new words. And as long as your audience knows the kanji that make up the words that you make up, then you can rest assured knowing that they know the meaning of your made up word. Now this week, I'm going to explain that on top of that, not only can you make up new words, but you can apply any reading you want to that new word. In fact, you can take existing words and apply whatever reading you want to it. Now, most kanji in Japanese have 2 readings. I'm not going to go into the history of why that came to be, but just as an example, this kanji, for instance, if it's together with another kanji, it usually is read sem, and by itself, it's read as saki. Now, some kanji have more readings than that. The first kanji in my last name famously has like a bajillion readings. But the point is, the vast majority of the time, there's multiple readings for every single kanji, and novelists and mangakas have taken advantage of that and basically just put whatever reading they want to a word to either make it sound cooler or to give multiple meanings to a particular word. The first time I encountered this was over 15 years ago when I was reading Bleach online, the translator version on those legal sites. And in Bleach, once they started fighting the Espada, I think it was, I forgot the name of everything in Bleach, but when they were fighting them, a lot of times there would be like a special move used, and it would first be in kanji, but there would be a Spanish reading above it, and the Spanish reading / word above it wouldn't exactly match perfectly the kanji below it. But the person who translated it obviously wrote down the Spanish meaning and then provided like some sort of note like it means this. But when they said it means this, they were explaining the meaning of the kanji underneath it. And then you go into the comments and there's people who know Spanish being like, that's not what that means. That Spanish thing does not mean that thing that was translated. And that's how you get that confusion, because there's a difference between the reading, which was actual Spanish, and the meaning of the kanji below it. One good example for Mushoku Tensei is the word magic item, which is just magic item. Now, if you took these kanji and you show them to any Japanese person, they would read it as maryoku fuyohin,
魔力不用品
which more or less means magically enchanted item. So magic item is pretty much spot on, but the point of the author doing this is so that the reader can understand what he's trying to say by using the kanji, but he's saying, I want you to read it as magic item. Now, when I'm listening to the audiobooks, all I'm hearing is magic item. And when you're watching the anime, they're just going to say magic item. And even the subtitles will probably just say magic item. They might have the kanji, they sometimes do, but they often don't. So I said in the last video that I would talk about the different races / species in this video. So let's use the concept that I just explained and combine it with the concept of the different races / species in Mushoku Tensei. First off, we have the word Shizoku, which means tribe or race or even species. And that vagueness really helps in this situation, because you can slap on zoku at the end of any word basically and make a new tribe / species in Mushoku Tensei. For example, there's Hitozoku, which are the humans, there's Masoku, which are the demons. Within Masoku, there's Migurudozoku and Sperudozoku. Then there's other ones like Ryuzoku or like Tenzoku. And related to the current arc is Juzoku, and within Juzoku, there's Dororyazoku, and within Dororyazoku, there's Dedoryazoku and Adoryazoku. Those are really hard to say, by the way. And finally, to get to my point, is that there's other tribes that live in the Great Forest, the Daishinding, and that is the Elfu, the Dwarfu, and the hobbits. Now, if you show this to a Japanese person, they would read these kanji as Nagami Mizoku, which is just long-eared tribe. The next one they would read as Tonkozoku, which is just coal mine tribe, or dwarfs in this case. And the last one they would read as Kobitozoku, which is just small person tribe, or hobbits. Alright, let's quickly go over the words that I had to look up, because I don't want to bore you. There are 19 words here. The vast majority of them were pretty easy to understand in context, including the weird way Sanabo speaks. Ukeuri is a fun word because it's just not a word that exists in English. Probably the 2 words that I didn't understand at all in the moment were nagekara and ubugoe. Nagekara is a particularly fun one because Rudy's like, dude, Sanaba, are you freaking Zangief? What the hell? Anyway, so yeah, not too difficult to understand this time. That will do it for me today. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.